Hi, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to make these two Polaroid frame style tulip cards, perfect for spring. Okay, let's put together these tulip cards. With these 3D Polaroid style cards, I like to start with my back layer first and then work up. So this is my back layer. Just make sure I've got my cloud going in the right direction here. As I often say in my videos, when I'm trying to line stuff up, I like to just add adhesive just to the bottom so I know I've got it in the right place. And with this, I like to just kind of bend these tabs up, and then that kind of shimmies it into the correct position as well. Now I'm going to add a little bit more glue and get that down. And then this cloud is going to overlap like this. And I actually want to put this up on pop dots, which I forgot to bring out. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have just moved my studio. And so I'm trying to get organized. But I'm not quite there yet, but I do have this much, wouldn't say nicer, but much larger space. So I'm pretty excited to have a big space, but you know, I basically already filled up the space, so I have too much stuff. Okay, so I'm going to pop this cloud up with some pop dots or foam adhesive circles rather. You do not have to do this. I just kind of like, I mean, there's a lot of dimension in this card already, but I kind of like just that added dimension on this background layer. And so that's, you just kind of, I didn't show you exactly where to put that cloud, but it's not that serious. Just get it lined up on your edge there and it'll be perfect. And then this card has these little birds, and I love adding these little birds to my backgrounds, especially with these 3D cards. I think it's kind of a nice little touch. So I kind of have it so that this bird is kind of in this curve of that cloud. And so I'm going to get that down, use my little scraper tool to get that down. And then, no, I don't get you down enough. And then very carefully pull back my paper so I don't take any cardstock with me. There we go. I like to reuse these multiple times. So maybe that wasn't, actually I'm going to use that because it's a little bigger. So I just put it back on the release paper and then it's ready for the next project. So back layer is complete. I'm going to put that to the side there, and now we're going to work on this front layer. And so you have oh, and I forgot to put on do not disturb. I'm a little rusty. I haven't made a video in a minute, but hopefully I don't get any more notifications. Okay, so you have this dark green layer, fits perfectly on the white, so there's no guesswork here. So I'm going to get glue all over this. That should be enough. And get this in place like so. And ideally you don't have a lot of white showing, but that doesn't always bother me. I mean, just think, you know, this is a handmade item. It's not going to be perfect. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so then we want to do our flowers next before we put the lighter green leaves on. So I'm just going to get myself organized here. And this is pretty simple. You've got 3 different sizes of everything. So that goes like that. And then that's just going to fit in like so. And same with this. And then this one. Okay, so I'm going to glue those together off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got those 2 done. Now I will put the last one together here. Get some glue. I like this Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue. It is very strong. It does dry fast, so, you know, on larger areas, you do want to, that's why I just apply the glue just to the bottom and then make sure I have it all in position. But I really do like working with this glue. So that one is going to go there. And then I'm just going to dry fit the leaves. This one goes over. This one goes here. And then this one goes here. And then you have okay, so I got all my leaves dry fit. I'm going to start with this one here. A little glue. And put this down. And actually do that, and then I'm going to get this flower down because we've got the next leaf is gonna, whoops, overlap. So get that into place there. And then this flower, or this leaf rather, goes right over that tulip. I'll get some glue down on that in just a second. And I'll just make sure, because this this leaf kind of just butts up right next to this one, so you want to make sure you got that on there in the right position. That looks good to me. And then get this one down. And then this little piece is, actually, I want this to go behind that one. So I want this to kind of be behind. And then this little piece is like the continuation of this leaf, the very tip of it. So now I've got that moved around, so that's going to go like that. So it's like it's going back behind there. And you know what, this is a little piece. If you don't like to fiddle with little pieces, you can very easily just leave this little guy off, and I think it'll look great without it. It's just another added detail, but completely up to you if you would rather not fiddle with that. So I am going to put These two tulips, I'm going to adhere them with more of the foam adhesive, just to give me a little bit more dimension here. Why don't I just put focus on? That would work. Okay, now there we go. All right, I'll get this down in place. All right, and that is your middle layer. Okay, and this is our front layer. And this card just has just a sentiment of hello. You could definitely leave this off. You could change it to happy birthday. I think happy spring. You could, write in your own handwriting, or if you have a lot of rubber stamp sentiments, you could use those. But I just kind of liked just the general hello for this one. And the O doesn't want to come up. Oh, goodness. Let's start on this side. There we go. Okay, and so I just have this. Actually, I'm going to use my grid here. I'm trying to get this straight as I can. That looks pretty good to me. And now carefully, now carefully release this. And like before, I'm going to save my little piece of transfer tape. And now I can put this card together. So these cards, if this is your first time putting one of these together, you might think, oh boy, this seems really complicated. But it's actually, once you do it, it's pretty simple. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. So we've already kind of pushed these forward to get our background in place. So now we're gonna fold these little tabs in. And the little tabs is where this is going to adhere, but we're not doing that yet. So this just kind of gets us ready. So now this middle layer, I'm going to put the left tab forward, and I'm going to put the right tab back. So you can kind of, can you see? Yeah, there. How that goes. And now I'm just going to I'm going to butt this edge along this crease here. And I'm going to try to get it, on the bottom. So I'm going to put liquid glue. Make sure I can get it all lined up. Like that. Okay. That looks good. And now I'm going to put glue over here on this side, and it's going to line up down here. But the easiest thing to do is just to go flat like this, push this over, press for a couple seconds, and then that gets that right into position. And now we can attach our front. I'm going to start with the left side here and just get that lined up as best I can. Sometimes this can be a little awkward because the frame is so thin. And we also want to make sure we're getting it on the bottom. I think I could have gone down a little bit more. I think that's going to be fine. We're going to roll with it. And then I'm going to put adhesive here. And then just hold that together. Like I said, this glue does dry pretty fast. Okay, and there is your 3D kind of Polaroid picture style hello card, perfect for spring, summer. You definitely change the tulip colors. So I'm now going to, I have this other one that is very, very similar. So I'm just going to put this one together real quick, and I will be back when I'm at the finishing touches. Okay, I am to this step, so I thought I would show you again how to do these leaves. We're going to put this one down first, and then this one is going to go next, and it's going to overlap just a tiny bit there. Get that in place. They should kind of just completely fit together, but you know, sometimes these pieces it's hard. And then this one goes like this. And then we have this little guy that's going to go this way. Just like that, butt up just like that. Oh no, I know I got it. I'm going to put a dab of glue right there and get him in place like so. And now I've got my tulips ready to go. Again, I'm using little pop dots, foam adhesive, and then the big one here. I think this is real pretty with the red. Like I said earlier, you could definitely change, you know, the colors. I think that would be really nice. I think lavender would be really pretty, actually. But the red and the yellow are kind of the classics. And now this one I designed for Mother's Day. So we've got our sentiment, and I'm going to do this burnishing here on the front and the back. Maybe I'll be a little more successful getting this one in place. And I'm just checking my placement here. Yeah, I have it centered. So I have this designed to be centered right here on this front layer. And this little sentiment just cut beautifully for me out of vinyl. And then I'm going to try to get this as centered as I can. Do I like that? Well, we're going to go with it. And then carefully peel this up. Put this back. And then I have this little heart, because I love hearts. I like to add hearts on my cards. So we're just going to put that basically right there. And then I'll show you the construction again. So I've put these up, and I'm going to fold these in, the little flaps. Then I'm going to take my middle layer, and this side's going up, and this right side's going back again. So it's going to look like that. And then I'm going to put adhesive along this flap and get it lined up along this crease on the side, and then try to also make sure I have it lined up on the bottom here. And I think I do, not too bad. And then we're going to get glue on this flap and make sure it's all lined up, and then just press this over. Hold that for just a couple seconds, lift it back up, and then get glue on this front flap and get it into place there. Make sure we're lined up on the bottom. And along the side here. And that's it. So there's the Mother's Day, and then we have the one in yellow with the birds, the nice hello. Thank you so much for watching, and if you purchased this card from me, thank you for supporting my art and my designs, and I also would appreciate any likes or follows here on YouTube. Have a great day.